Carlisle how we all recognise it today, but turn back the clock and the city's high street looked a little bit different. This rare footage given to Cumbria Film Archive shows the hustle and bustle of life on English Street before it was pedestrianised.
We're right here in the middle of the city at the moment, and at that stage this was a thoroughfare, traffic, buses. It really was a busy road, and it was decided to pedestrianise the city centre. One of the officials from the City Council, a chap called Bryce Fulton, was given the job of chronicling it all on video, and he'd put that really into a cupboard, and it had been there for many years, and he got in touch with Cumbria Film Archive, thank goodness, and said, can you preserve this for us? And that's what we've done.
In the late 1980s and early 90s, the City Council undertook a number of ambitious schemes that transformed the heart of the city. The centre was pedestrianised with worn tarmac torn up and replaced with red brick. A new one-way system was introduced and statues were relocated.
The logistics were very difficult because what they had to do was to bring mature trees in, which we can see right the way down the centre of the city now. And that was difficult because they had to pull them in and put them up, and people are enjoying them now to make the city centre more aesthetically pleasing. But the other big thing they had to do as well was to move one of the main statues. There's a chap just further along English Street here called James Steele. He was the editor of the Carlisle Journal and twice mayor of the city, but he couldn't stay where he was, so the whole statue had to be moved and is now just outside Marks and Spencer's.
The old layout is still fresh in the minds of many people.
I remember that, yeah. And the buses used to come up and down and go down to the market and round and then up to Morton and that. That's going back some time now. Yeah, it's a lot better now, let's put it that way. Not so congested with traffic and that, you know. Makes things a lot easier for some people, especially people, I think, you know, with wheelchairs and all that, you know. A lot better, yeah.
It's nice, it's safer, makes it safer because, I mean, the traffic, you know, there wasn't as much traffic then, but, you know, it is safer now that there's no traffic about.
It was a big change, yeah, very big change. I think it took people a bit of getting used to, but it was fine, yeah. Well, yeah, for the better, because it meant that there was no buses coming through, no traffic coming through, so people had the time to get across the road and to browse and look in the shops and things like that.
And the rebel buses used to come up round there, yeah? And we had one C6. Now every Sunday we used to go to the cinema. And we used to get out about half an hour before that pub closed. There used to be a pub called the Bluebell just down there, you see. So the time for the quick pint, we used to catch the bus here. As I say, I don't use the bus much now. I've got this here. This is my bus.
The footage is available for anyone to watch online, and it's no surprise that it's gained plenty of attention.
They can just watch it, and there we are, we're back 30 years. So for the older generations, it's really taking them back in time and a trip down memory lane. For a younger generation, it's a brand new look at the city of how it was.
Whether you remember it or not, this rare film will transport anyone back to a time when so much was changing. Lauren Ostridge, ITV News, Carlisle.